Hi, everybody. I'm Jennifer Tran. Thank you for tuning in tonight. I am live with my good friend, Denise Wild. Hello, Denise. And you've got, hello.
Surprise! Someone else here with me, too. This is my daughter, Temma.
Hi, Temma. Welcome. How are you doing?
I'm good.
Yeah, you're good. I can tell right away. You're good. You're good. What a cool space you're in tonight, too. It must be fun being with Mommy in there.
You know how it is. These kids of crafters, they have it good.
My daughter is here as well. Violet, you can come on in. And, people who visit our house think, wow, your kids make, and I'm like, sometimes it's like pulling teeth to get them to come down here, isn't it, Violet?
And it's like the cobbler's son, right? The cobbler's son. We don't get a chance to do stuff with the kids that often.
That's so funny. That's so true. Well, I'm so glad you guys are both here because we've got a whole bunch of things to talk about tonight. I want to get into a little bit about how you can use your Cricut to cut fabric for sewing. I think that's pretty cool. I know you have, and I have both cut out a lot of sewing patterns.
Yes. Oh my goodness. Yes. The hours and hours and hours it takes.
Yes. And what's kind of cool is that with the Cricut, you can get it to cut out like hundreds of sewing patterns. And it's super precise. And like, especially if you're doing multiples of things, like let's say you were making a purse for all of your bridesmaids or something like that. And you needed to cut like 6 or 8 or like, honestly, like, no, thank you. But using the Cricut for something like that is very, very fast and cool and efficient. And yeah, it's super, super easy. So we're going to get into that. We're also going to talk about you participating in the Cricut virtual event and doing a whole talk on sewing, which is, my favorite subject.
Me too. Can we just talk for hours about sewing?
I know. It's nice when you meet your people, right? Yeah. Like, because maybe people watching can relate that, like, in general life, people don't want to talk about sewing and fabric.
People who are
I know. So when you meet your people who do want to talk sewing and do want to talk fabric and patterns, you really can go down a rabbit hole for hours, right?
It's true.
And so part of what Denise is doing is she is one of the guest speakers at the Cricut virtual event called Homemade. And she's going to be speaking before my class where I teach everyone how to make a very cool clutch purse. Totally cut out on the Cricut. So you do need to have a sewing machine for this. And, basic knowledge of sewing, like you're our people sort of thing. If you have no sewing knowledge at all, I say still come along for the ride, or at least the supplies, because, there's so many great supplies in this box. You got the box, right?
Yes!
Did you open it
yet? We're excited.
Mystery box.
The mystery box.
The mystery box. Temma, I bet you want to dive right into that, right? Violet, have you seen what's in that box? Okay, well, we're gonna let you go ahead and dive in because this is part of what you're getting that gets sent to you if you participate and register in the Homemade event. So Denise has a box. The boxes are going out to registrants in the next month or so. Basically everything you need to complete all of the Cricut projects, not just the sewing one, is in this box and then some. So go ahead, you guys, start opening it up and let's see what you got.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah, dive right in. So what's cool about this, Cricut Canada has been so insanely generous, like super, super generous. And we still have more stuff coming in. I got to say, the boxes, we got to order bigger boxes than this because right now what you've got there, oh, look at the nice blue.
Ooh, oh, that's nice. Oh my goodness. Okay, talk to me about this. That's stunning.
So that is the new fabric mat. Brand new fabric mat. Everybody's getting new everything they need. So when you're cutting fabric on a Cricut, you want to lay your fabric down like I've got here, on a fabric mat. And that way the machine knows exactly how to cut it. So it has the pattern in the computer. It sends the design through to the machine, and it will cut it out. So we'll do that in just a little bit, but keep going, keep going.
Okay, keep going. Okay, so portable trimmer, amazing.
Yes, paper trimmer.
So good. So look at that one.
I'm keeping this one.
I'm keeping this one, she said. Okay, so this is a sewing tool kit with all of the things you need for, oh my goodness, pin cushion, scissors, measuring tape, stitch ripper, clippers, very handy. All Cricut branded.
That's great. I mean, any sewer, whether you're a pro or not, can use that. Look at those.
This is going to make for a good project.
So that's a little project we're doing as one of the classes, the succulent pots, where we're going to put like cute little kawaii faces on them to show you how to work with vinyl if you've never cut vinyl before. It's going to be super cute.
Weeding tool set.
Yep.
Important with the Cricut.
Yeah, but isn't that so cool that you're getting all big stuff?
Yeah, it's amazing. Full size stuff.
The lint roller, yes, that's everyone needs another one.
Card mat.
Yep.
Oh my God, put all this stuff in here.
Yeah, there's a card making class. Okay, Violet, why don't you talk about that t-shirt? What's important about that t-shirt?
Well, I'm teaching a class where you can use these markers and then draw onto paper, and you iron it onto a t-shirt, and it like makes the design of what you drew.
Yeah, so Violet, Ruby, and Xavier, and Tema, if you're going to be there, you can take this class too. Basically, when you're using the infusible ink markers, you guys should have a package somewhere there in your box. A full yeah, there you go. So these markers are so cool that, the kids are going to show, so it's taught by kids for kids, but honestly, the adults are going to want the full pack of this marker anyway. They're going to teach you, just like Violet said, how to draw a picture on a plain piece of paper and convert that drawing over onto that t-shirt that you had there. Yeah.
That's so cool. What a fun project.
Very good project for kids, for sure. And then the parents can use those markers later on, let's say if they wanted to color something in and transfer it to the mug, like a mug with the mug press. There's all sorts of cool uses for those markers. So it was so great of Cricut to provide, like, they've been so generous. Oh yeah, here, I'll show you a little
good things in here. What do we got?
This.
Oh, foil transfer sheets, stunning.
Yeah, the foiling. Yeah, a full foiling kit is coming in the box, which is so fun. If you want to make cards with foil, I mean, foil is super in all kinds of crafting. So being able to like
more insert cards.
Yep.
Foil transfer kit. Oh
yeah, that's like $50-$60 alone, just that kit.
That's crazy. Oh my
yeah.
goodness. It's full size. Oh, we're losing some things. Infusible ink transfer sheets.
Yeah, that's for the pillow.
Housing.
Yeah.
What do we have? Oh my goodness. Let's see. Pens. Cricut washable fabric pen. And then, can we hold this up to show all of these?
Oh my goodness. Look at all the rolls of vinyl. I know.
That's crazy. That's crazy. So we have some metallics, copper, gold, silver. I've got some pastel, permanent glossy black, silver. Oh, and there's more. Here, let's pull this up. Oh, bam.
All new mats for sure. We couldn't do a Cricut event without outfitting everyone in new mats.
This is like Christmas.
Cricut Christmas.
Okay. Jen, can we talk about that? Wait, did we get everything?
Wow.
Natural wood veneer maple, natural wood veneer walnut. Talk to me about these.
Smelling.
So one of the classes, I'm going to bring over my creepy head here. One of the classes, we're actually making earrings. We're going to show everybody how to make earrings. You're getting the full earring kit, like tons and tons of findings and jewelry making stuff with the foil and everything so that we can make our own wooden earrings. Honestly,
I think I saw on Instagram, right?
I can make earrings.
yes, you can make earrings.
I can't. I don't have earrings.
You
Oh my goodness.
goodness. Or use them as keychains instead.
Yeah, or you can make a necklace, bracelet, all the same technique.
Necklace,
Put it
bracelet,
on a key.
keychain.
Yes, totally. Keychain's a great idea. So cutting wood is super fun. And, you know, you're getting that deep blade in the box, which is really, really great. I think I have an example here. I'm just going to show you because I have it right here. Since you bring up the wood, it's like, people are like, really? It can cut wood? I did a sheet earlier, but like, not only can you cut wood, you're literally going to cut like dozens at once. Look at this.
Whoa! Oh my goodness!
It's not like you're just gonna make. Yeah, it's not like you just have to make one pair of earrings. You're gonna make like batches and be giving them as like Christmas gifts, and you're always gonna have some on hand to like give a girlfriend if you're going over. Like, here, I made you these. I mean, hello, isn't that so fun?
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
and it cuts it out so easily. Yeah, it's really, honestly, I love it for cutting wood veneer. And, you know, even if you just put like a little strip of paint and one side was one color, one side was another, or we're going to show you how to cut out the foil perfectly to match your design here, which would be really great too. So that's the earring class. And of course, like all the stuff is coming included. You got a pretty good sampling. But a lot of the stuff is still on its way here, getting shipped so that we can get this packed out. So
wait, there's more.
yeah, there's more. There's more to come in the box. Like, you know, we're doing iron-on apron. You're going to get all the pliers and the little like things to hook in your ears. You know, tons and tons of sets. And there's honestly, the box alone is worth the price of admission. So it's $249 Canadian. We should tell people. Because so often Canadians are so used to having to sign up for US things, but Cricut is in Canada. Cricut Canada now exists. And this virtual event is to kind of bring the Canadian community together, even though it's open worldwide, anyone can join. And Denise, you have a code.
Yes. So if anybody registers using the code Denise20, DENISE20, then you will save $20 off of the price. So, you know, if you're in the US and registering because it's in Canadian dollars, it's like super cheap for you.
Yeah, it's even cheaper. Honestly, all the US people should always shop Canada because like it's significantly cheaper. And Cricut Canada has been so generous with, you know, the boxes and helping us out with like surprises. And, you know, it's very, very cool. There's going to be tons of prizes at the event. Some amazing teachers at the event and guest speakers like yourself. I'm super pumped to dive into sewing with the Cricut because you and I are both like sewing lovers, and any tool that makes sewing faster, better, more precise, easier, I'm for.
Yeah, less work, more fun, more crafting.
Yeah. So I did promise that maybe we could show a little bit of like how to cut fabric with the Cricut. Do you want to see it?
Yeah.
So I have one mat here, but I'm going to cut a whole piece because I do need to start prepping for, I'm going to teach the like I said, the class on how to make the purse. And you and I will do a deep dive into our favorite subject before that at the event. But just to give you an idea, this is one of the fabric mats, one of the 12 by 12 ones. You're getting the 12 by 24, the biggest one in your actual kit. But if you wanted it to cut fabric like so precise, you can get the rotary blade and install it right on your Cricut machine, which is kind of cool. And it's going to give you this nice, precise cutout of your pattern. I'm going to show you how to do it. Have you ever cut fabric on your Cricut before, Denise?
I haven't. Well, I mean, yes, a little bit, but not that detailed. Just shapes.
Yeah, for sure. For shapes. I did it the first time I made like a stuffy, like a Easter bunny rabbit. And yeah, and I was like, I'm going to try this because the bunny was so cute and it was a pre-made project that was already on Design Space. And I thought, okay, like, let's see what it does. Yeah. And what I loved about it was that, you were cutting out the legs and the arms and the ears, and they were all kind of like a bit fiddly. And I know if I had have cut that myself, like the two legs definitely would not have been the same size. Like there'd be part that was a little, this way and one that was a little that way. But when I cut it out with the Cricut, it's like computerized. So it's perfect every time, which helps, when you're, only so good at making toys, right? Like we're not all experts at every single thing. So I thought it was pretty cool. All right. I'm typing in the word clutch here in Design Space. This is Cricut Design Space. It's free to download. And it's got tons of pre-made projects. So if you're wanting to make a clutch, like look at all the ones that they've got. Tamara, who's behind the scenes here, just grabbed the bunny. Like, cute, right? And it's just like a way of like, look at his ears.
That's adorable.
I know, and it cuts out the outfit and everything. So yeah, I mean, like I talked about the legs, like getting them symmetrical and like
perfect.
Yeah, even on both sides has a lot to do with how you cut the fabric, and of course, like your seam allowance. But just the fact that the Cricut itself cuts out every single piece, like the little pocket, the little dress, and then all you have to do if you're, you're new to sewing or even if you're not new to sewing, is then follow the instructions on assembling it. So this was a good project just to have, like, we pull these out at Easter for the decorating. So, Okay, so this is the clutch that we're going to be making in the event. This one with the cute bow on it.
Gorgeous.
That's cute, right?
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah. So you'll see here, it tells you like everything you need. And then like all of the instructions are here. We're going to, though, take you through it step by step with exactly how you sew on your sewing machine too. So not just the cutting part. But I'm just going to press make it, and it basically gets it all ready. It asks me, because I'm using the Cricut Maker 3, do I want it without a mat, on a mat, multiple ways? But I'm choosing on a mat. And that's it. It lays it out on the mat for me. And then this is the part I love the most, Denise. So have you laid down fabric and cut out a pattern, and then afterwards we're like, oh, look how much waste I have. Like, oh, I shouldn't have cut it that way. Or, or the pattern doesn't tell you exactly how you should be cutting it out to save the most fabric. But if you lay it down on the mat, the Cricut will automatically cut all the pieces in the most efficient way for you. So if you're seeing on the computer here, it's got like the bow part and a few of the little tabs all here so that you're wasting as little as possible, which is kind of nice. Okay, so all you need to do if you want to use the Cricut to cut fabric is you want to make sure you've installed the rotary blade. So the rotary blade looks like a little tiny miniature. Have you seen this before, Denise? You're going to want to get one of these.
No, it's in the kit, right? I think I saw it here.
Yes, so we're going to be including one of these in the box for the clutch class. But this is a tiny little rotary cutter. And basically what you do is just install it onto the Cricut. And I'm going to show you when I press continue here. I'm going to just make sure I change my mat to the 12 by 24 because that's what I'm using, because it might save even more fabric knowing that I've got it on a big mat. Yep, it did. And then I press continue. And it's going to remind me, first I have to tell it what I'm cutting. So I've got like a cotton linen fabric here. So let's browse all material and see if linen is in here or cotton. Let's do cotton linen and see if it's that precise. All right, let's just try cotton. All right, so you've got all of these options for cotton. So I'm going to definitely choose the medium weight because this is a cotton linen. It's a bit heavier than regular cotton. So medium cotton, tell it what you're cutting so that it knows like how much pressure to put on the mat and on the fabric. And when I'm not totally certain when it comes to pressure, I always put more. I don't think you're supposed to, but I always do because more is more sometimes. So, and then it tells me here, make sure I load the rotary blade in clamp B. So in your Cricut machine, there's a B and an A, right? And this is where I can take out my regular blade just by opening the little door here. Take out the regular blade, and then I can put in the rotary blade. Just make sure the little gears are facing each other. And that's it. That's how you basically set the machine up and then load the mat. And now it's basically going to cut out the purse for me. And I just have to press start. It measured to make sure I had enough fabric in there to start. And if you've never made a purse before, Denise, what sort of advice would you give someone who was making something that involved a zipper? Because I know many people who registered for the class might be going, oh, I do want to use my sewing machine, but I'm scared to use a zipper. Like, it's actually not that bad, a zipper, especially on a clutch.
Yeah, zippers are easy to do if you follow the steps properly and don't skip any steps and don't do any shortcuts. So as long as you follow each step in order precisely, no shortcuts when it comes to zippers. It takes time when you're starting out, and eventually after some time and some practice, you'll be able to do them quickly, but don't skip any steps. That's the key with doing a zipper.
I especially find that true. Like sometimes I forget about the top stitching. Like I find the top stitching on the zipper, like especially if I'm doing pillows or something, I'm like racing to get to where it's like, oh look, let's get it in there. And then I'm like, darn it, the top stitch. It really looks so much better. You're absolutely right to do every single step. So this is just cutting away here. I don't know if you can get an up close view of it cutting or not, even like right in here, Karin.
Sounds like magic. That's what I hear.
Well, it's sort of nice that it's doing all of the work and we can just be chatting.
Yeah, exactly. This is when you turn on your Netflix show and get caught up, right? When it's doing all this work for you.
So I see there you've got the new Cricut Maker 3. That's what I'm cutting on also.
Yes, this beautiful baby. Ready to go. I'm doing some projects that I'm showing in a cross-Canada tour next week. So using Cricut, some amazing summer fun projects you can do with your family and with and for your kids. So yeah, this beauty is amazing and has been
That's
so
awesome. Can you give us a little like window into what is it that you're going to make? Or I guess we got to tune in, right?
Yes, of course. You must tune in.
Where are you going to be? Where can we see you?
Okay, so here's the insider scoop. I'm doing decorating, personalizing a cornhole toss game. So
Fun.
Yes, the good old bean bag toss that you play in the backyard in the summer at the park. I'm going to take some plain boards and just do it up so they look beautiful. And similar to your project, what you're going to be doing, the faux succulents. Dressing up those faux succulent plants with cute little messages, because that's
that's awesome. That's so awesome.
That's what it's all about, you know, personalizing, customizing, and making fun phrases, fun sayings, adding some fun colors. So that's what I'm busy doing.
That's great. That's so fun. And I mean, like super timely. And haven't you found, like in the last while, like the need and the want for DIY and more creative stuff has just exploded. Everybody is super into it.
Yeah, we have more time. You know, we're making all that family time. We're not traveling. We're just at home making crafts and making memories and
I love it.
Everything, right? Just put.
So
yeah.
So true. So I've got Tamara behind the scenes here with a question. Tamara.
Yeah, Lori is asking, how is the fabric staying flat on the mat?
Yeah, so let's go to the mat right now because I'm just starting to pull this off. So the mat is sticky. And that's sort of the beauty of the mat, is that it sticks. It's sticky, but not permanently sticky. And so there we go. There's the one part of the bow, and you can see that it's even got the notches. Look at that. These are the hardest part, I find, when you're cutting out a pattern, is to make sure that the notches are perfectly cut out and in the same spot, because it's often critical when you're making a pattern. Like this is the bow for the front of that purse, and we're going to want to line these up perfectly. But when you're cutting it out by hand, Denise, like, don't you find the notches? I mean, sometimes I even forget about the notches and just I'm like, oh, or they're.
You know what? Or you see people doing that dreaded faux pas, cutting the notches into the fabric.
Yeah.
Don't do that. This is what makes the Cricut so perfect. It's cutting them out. Because if you cut into your fabric with those notches, you're weakening your seam allowance, and no good. So I'm very impressed by those perfect tiny notches.
Yeah, and they are tiny. Mine end up being like, when I do it with the rotary cutter or the scissors, like way fatter than they're supposed to be.
Me too.
And I'm just like, well, I can see it enough, but you know what? It really is important, especially, you know, when you're wanting to line things up. And then look at how nice and perfect that's gonna be able to sew up, and then you can pin that there. And it just all helps in having your final project look a little nicer, because there's nothing worse than like investing your time and all your money into all your supplies. And then at the end, you're kind of like, not that nice, or I'm not going to carry this purse. So so that's a great question.
It's all about the precision right from the start. And those notches are so lovely.
Yeah, the notches is a really good example of why I like the Cricut for cutting fabric. For sure. For sure. It also like forces me to be like a little more precise, because if left to my own devices, I sometimes take shortcuts and like, oh, maybe I can skip that, or at least it's like, oh no, look, all of the little pieces, like all of the little notches, they're all the same size. They're all done all at once. And, you know, you're sort of ready to go off the hop, which is nice because, like it's just nice to have everything looking good and looking sharp. So that's what I like about cutting. And it was easy, right? Like it took nothing to really set that up. And that was a great question about how the fabric was sticking to the mat. I would like it. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I was going to say that's a great additional benefit to cutting your fabric using the Cricut too, because if you don't have, you know, if you're just doing it on your table, on your cutting surface, the fabric's always shifting and sliding around, whether you're using scissors, whether you're using a rotary cutter, right? It's shifting around, and we don't get those perfect corners. We don't have those perfect views. All of the shapes aren't exactly perfect. So that ends up showing on your finished piece.
Yeah, that's a good point for sure. I mean, yeah, we've all been there. Like it's moving around for sure. I I would liken the stickiness to like if you were to spray down like a temporary adhesive, and then you can clean your mat afterwards. You know, if there's some fibers on it, you can use your scraping tool to like get some of it off, like some of the extra threads off, you know, that kind of thing. And at some point, you know, I've had mats that I've literally used for years. And then I've had mats that I've like, you know, really, I cut felt or something really hairy. And then after that, I was like, oh, forget it, I'll just get another mat. So you will go through mats, which is why it's nice. We're giving you all brand new mats in the box. Yeah. So, you know, you kind of use them. They get worn after a while, but you get lots of uses out of them. Like it's kind of one of those things. It's like clean them, take care of them, and they'll last a bit longer. Or if you're not bothered by it and you're, you know, you only get a few uses out of it, hey, you can replace them pretty easily.
Or like you mentioned, you're doing something that's extra fuzzy, extra hairy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I cut some very thick, like sheep, was it sheep or llama? Alpaca felt, the alpaca felt. And it was probably like, you know, a couple, not a full centimeter, but like half a centimeter maybe thick. It was very thick. And it pulled off like at least there was a lot of hair stuck on there, a lot of the farm on the mat. And I was like, okay, new mat. How are we doing for questions tomorrow? We're all good?
We're all good.
All right. So if you're interested in registering for the virtual event with Cricut, you can use Denise's code, Denise20, for an extra $20 off. So if you just go to homemade.ca, I'll go to it now, but that's it there, homemade.ca. And let me just get there. There we go. Here you can read. Well, how come it's stamp? I'm just finding it on my. I've got so many tabs open. I don't know. Do you suffer from this same ailment where I like leave tabs open at the top of my at the top of my computer so that I remember to do things, but then, you know, all sorts of things pop up. Anyway, if you go to homemade.ca or my website, jennifertryon.com, you'll see, you can read all about the Cricut event. We're even offering the classes in French because it's Cricut Canada. So the classes are being offered in both French and English. And then, yeah, the box. It's $249 to participate in the whole weekend, and you're getting everything Denise and Tema unpacked and more. You can read all about the classes. There's those earrings. We're doing an iron-on apron, so everybody has the same craft apron for the weekend. We're making cards with that foiling kit that you got. We're doing a family throw pillow using infusible ink. You don't need to be a sewer for this. We're actually giving you that ready-made pillow, along with a full feather pillow insert, which is great. So you literally don't have to shop for anything. And then those cute little succulents pots we're doing. And then if you want to add on any of the specialty classes, like maybe you have the Cricut Joy, and you're looking for a reason to pull it out, you could do the Sunday Cricut Joy card making class. And then that's that purse that I'm going to be teaching. And Denise will be featured as the guest speaker prior to this class. That's the purse making class using the Cricut. And then the one that Tema and my kids are going to be doing is the kids t-shirt. So you can make it a full family weekend. There's some extra treats in the box for kids if they want to participate in the shirt. And those classes are all happening on the Sunday of the event, which is the last weekend in September. Tamara, question.
Yeah, Sheena's asking how long they have to register.
So registration is going to wrap up pretty soon. I don't have an actual date because, you know, we're kind of going to go until it's sold out. It's not sold out yet, but we have to at some point pull the plug on registration because the last of the supplies are getting ordered. So I'd say you probably have about 2 weeks left to register. There's also a payment plan, and I want to just go over that for a second, because if you click anywhere to register, because honestly, Denise, don't you find as a crafter, as a sewer, you're basically broke all the time?
Why am I laughing?
I know, because it's true. That's why.
The
Like-
problem is when you have nice, amazing stuff, or you see nice, amazing stuff, you have to buy it so that you have it on hand just in case, right? That's the problem. You can't walk by something and not buy it. You're like, I might do a project in 3 years, and then when I am doing that project, I'm gonna not have access to that. So that's why, like, this kit is so amazing because everything comes with it. So, like, what an amazing score. So it basically, the cost of the core of the weekend, like, it's a full fun weekend with guest speakers, classes, projects, tutorials. That cost gets offset by this free box of amazingness that you get, and basically you end up making money. Right?
Well,
Because what's the value of this? It's over $500, right? Of the kit that everybody's getting for free.
the Cricut stuff alone, we tallied up, came to $575, and then there's all of the non-Cricut stuff, like the paint and the paintbrushes and the paper and the apron and the pillows and like the succulent. Like so it's close to $700 in the box alone. Like, someone said, maybe I'll just put all this stuff I don't need on Facebook Marketplace and then recoup my cost.
I mean, you could do that. That is very business savvy.
But honestly, especially if you're new to Cricut, you'll be outfitted with all of those tools, the paper trimmer, the weeding set, all of those blades.
Like full size, new in packaging. These are the things that you see at the store that you're like, oh, I would love that, but you might not bring yourself to treat yourself.
Like,
right? We moms are always buying stuff for others. So
yes.
It's our time now, Jen.
Well, and I do like that there is the one class that's for the kids. Okay, cool. They made their project. They did their thing. Okay. Bye-bye. And now, like, so it's like you don't have to have the guilt of like, I'm taking a whole weekend to myself. You're not involved. There is a class for kids. You know, they're going to have their fun. They're going to get to open the box with you and find their stuff too. And then the rest is all for you. And you'll pretty much be outfitted for the year with supplies because you're getting full rolls, even though for those little craft pots, for example, the little faces you need like 3 inches of vinyl, but you're getting a full roll.
That's true. And I love these metallics. Like the foil ones are so stunning. Where's the other one? I saw a silver one too.
Yeah, this is for the earrings. Yeah, for the earrings. Those are going to look really good. Yeah, those are going to look really good. And again, earrings are like 1 by 1 inch. You know what I mean? So you've got a full roll of foil there so that if you want to make another necklace, or if you just want to use that foil on a card or on your wall, or to decorate out for back to school on the backpacks and, you know, whatever. You got plenty of material left over, which is very cool. Yeah. Tamara, are you putting up your hand?
Oh, no, but I'm just saying that Nancy Goulet, who won the Cricut Maker 3, is on tonight.
That's great.
Excited about the event.
So Nancy, who's just commented here, hi Nancy. She was part of the early bird registration and won the Cricut Maker 3, which is being delivered. Yes, she won one.
That's amazing. Congratulations, Nancy.
So lucky, but that's what I mean. Like, this event is giving you tons of very cool access to stuff that, like, if you're into Cricut or sewing or just crafting in general, you're getting, like, there's tons of guest speakers that haven't even, you know, been announced yet. There's stuff that's going in the box that hasn't been announced yet. Like, there's lots of things that are making this very cool. Yeah, so it's super, super fun. I wanted to just tell people, you know, while we're on the subject of being broke, in case you are wanting to do it, and it's a stretch because I get it, like $249 is a lot. There is a payment plan. So if you're once you click register on homemade.ca, oh, there's me, hello. You'll come to the registration page, and the first event, we've got a regular sewing event, and then we've got the Cricut event. So you're looking for the Cricut event, and you'll see here, the third one down is the payment plan. And all you need to do is, if you're doing the main classes only on the Saturday, you can choose this one. If you want everything Saturday and Sunday, you can choose the Give Me Everything. And then first payment, second payment, third payment, fourth payment, you just put the payment you want to make in your cart. So first payment, and then you just check out. And the shipping is already included in that payment. So it makes it a little more manageable to split it up into 4, especially if you want to do the Give Me Everything, where you get the big box with all the supplies. And honestly, you will not find a better price on any of these. So thank you, Cricut Canada, for being so generous, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, Denise, this was pretty fun.
I know, I'm excited. I want to stay up all night playing with these goodies.
Right? I know. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be so good. So if you have any questions, feel free to message me. Don't forget, you can use Denise's code Denise20 to take an extra $20 off registration. Thank you for that, Denise. That's very generous for people. Every little bit helps. And yeah, I hope we'll see you there. And if you have any questions, you can message us. Denise, why is it taking us so long to do a live together?
I think families, pandemic, all
kids. Oh, Tamara's got one last question.
Can they use PayPal to pay?
Yeah, so we don't have, yes, you can. Just message me and I'll send you the PayPal request, because it's not on Shopify as otherwise you have to pay an extra fee, and we didn't want people to have to pay the extra fee. Just to use it through our system. So if you want to use PayPal, you can just email us at info@homemade.ca. So that's info@homemade.ca. We'll put the link in the chat. And for sure, we can send you a PayPal link, no problem. Okay, Denise, any parting words? What are you up to this week?
This week, what am I doing? Well, I'm working on that cornhole game. Don't tell anybody.
Cornhole game.
Yeah, don't tell anybody because you got the sneak preview.
That's fun. I'm excited to see that. My kids love playing that.
I know. It's so fun. I don't know what it is. It's that mindless, relaxing, calming. Just being outside, fresh air, and a little bit of friendly competition. But
totally.
I'm so excited about the event coming up, and I can't wait to be a part.
Well, we're so glad you're going to be there. So please join Denise and me and the whole roster of Cricut experts who are going to be bringing you the homemade virtual weekend with Cricut. You can register at homemade.ca. If you have any questions, send me a message. Otherwise, we will talk to you very soon. Denise Wild, thank you so much for being here.
Bye, everyone. Thank you for watching.
Bye, everybody. Thanks for tuning in.
Share this video, all that good stuff.
That is a very good point. If you share the video, then we can bring this to much more people. So we totally appreciate every share and like. All right, bye, everybody. Bye, Denise.
Bye.